We are back. Straight into it. Let's get all my Discord notifications all ready. Boom! An early stream today. I just drank a Celsius. And I want to drink another one. But that would be 400 milligrams of caffeine. And I believe that that is not a great idea. Look at these dudes. Oh. It's funny because I put so little effort into the modeling and the animations on these guys, but it just kind of works. They're not final anyway, like, you know. One thing I want to figure out is whether or not I want to worry about pathfinding, or if I should implement my own pathfinding and just be like, hey, I want to go over there. Can I draw a path to that myself without having to use Terrain 3D? Or maybe I bake my own navigation maps. Not really sure what my plan will be for that. I love these guys. And in my new project, I can bring the Grass Bros in. Let's go ahead and quit the project list. Pull up our new project. One thing I want to figure out is if I want to pull in my inventory system now. I should plan out kind of my roadmap for what I want to do. So for the demo, Main goals. Okay, we're going to come up with our main goals here. I'm going to say let's just start with basic stuff. Inventory system. DS inventory. We're going to go with resource gathering. We're going to go with base building slash we'll just do a crafting as a separate item. Hunger slash thirst system creatures enemies respawns different tools and weapons exploration of some sort extras. So this will be okay, that doesn't work. Core. And down here we can do Shaylee, what up? How are you? Good to see you again. It's been a while. By the way, we're going to have an ad starting pretty quick here, so I'll probably make some coffee then. Extras, it would be sick to have procedural generation. 11. Save system. Shayla, we got a new project going that's going to kind of pull from my older projects, and instead what we're making is a kind of like a survival game. Currently, it's literally, we just started this yesterday, so we're just pulling in some elements, making sure my shaders are correct. I've got grass shaders, tree shaders for the trees to kind of sway a little bit. We got our sky plugin and our terrain plugin installed. Definitely has been. Hope you're well. I'm doing great. I've been slowly in recovery from my knee surgery that I had, which I think I had mentioned to you at one point. But I had a knee surgery. That's going better. It's taken a long time for it to get like really good, but it's definitely better than it was before the surgery. And then otherwise, I'm just trying to get back into consistent streaming because I keep going on these trips to Finland because I'm moving to Finland. So I've been doing these trips to go out there and visit. And now that I'm back, I'm going to be back for quite a while. So I'm trying to make sure I'm streaming consistently stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing right now. But yeah, looks like we have an ad break incoming. I'm going to just start it now and then go make my coffee. So I will BRB. All right, I'm back. The coffee was only filled up halfway, unfortunately. But I didn't want to have to worry about it refilling the coffee machine, so welcome back. Thank you. But yeah, going back to your earlier question, I'm doing well. How about you? How have you been? Because it's been a little while since I've been able to stop in your stream. Now that I'm back, life is still busy, but now I can stream and I can watch streams, which is fun. It's good to be back in that. Gotta figure out what I want to work on next. Doing all right. Really wishing I could quit my job. Starting to hate it here. That I've been there many times. I know the feeling. Oh, I should make these have colliders. Whoops. I actually am quitting my job fairly soon because I'm moving to Finland. But yeah, it sucks to be in that spot where you're just like, I don't know, just not enjoying it, not that like I've ever really enjoyed a job, but you want to be in a spot where you're not like hating it every day, you know? What do we change this to? A static body 3D, I suppose. This would be a cylinder shape. We can move it. Whoops. Height, maybe 4, 8. Oh, that fits perfectly. Change this to a static body. Okay. Okay, now we can't run through these trees. Do you have a plan on what kind of job or what kind of exit strategy you'd have of getting a new job, something like that? Or is it more that you're just like, I want to quit, but I'm probably not gonna? One of those things. Okay, what should I work on next? Man, I do love how these trees sway. IDK, yeah. Because I've been there many times where I'm like, I want to quit. But in fact, in my current job, I've had that where it's like, I know I want to do something different. But also my job, I haven't hated my current job. It's more just been that I've wanted to do something else. But I work with like really good people, so that helps. But maybe try to apply other companies' low-level IT. Yeah. IT is like a kind of a, I don't know, like it's a pretty good career, especially when you're dealing with the more hardware IT stuff. Like if you were just doing a coding job or something, that's different. But like IT just for a company can be a good gig. Because there's not many people that know IT. Really. Like, I wouldn't be good as an IT guy. It would take a bit, but setting up printers for various companies, and requires a lot of driving all over the state. Yeah, that can get grindy. Do you listen to like audiobooks and podcasts while you drive? Wouldn't mind, but the damn work expectations are impossibly stupid. Yeah, driving when I can have a podcast or audiobooks is better for me, but then I don't mind it. But yeah, if your expectations are impossibly stupid, then that drags. Hey, Thoughty, in the Twitch chat this time. How you doing? Good to see you over on the Twitch side. Drop me a follow if you're feeling like you're going to be using Twitch more often. Then you'll be able to see when I'm live and stuff. Also, Thoughty, if you're interested at all, you can also join the Discord if you have, if you do want to keep up with the stream and the projects and all that. There's that link there to join. But do all your network installs before service calls, but service calls have to be done within 4 hours of being placed. Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, you have 4 network installs, all with 30 to 60 minutes drive in between them. So basically, just time crunch all the time. That is never fun. I'm trying to think of what I should work on first. I could just implement DS inventory. Some extras, procedural generation. Ooh, flying machine. I like that. This is good for now. Add DS inventory. How goes the project? Pretty good. We're just starting out currently. I'm figuring out hit boxes and hurt boxes. Yeah, we're figuring out some basics here with the project. What we're going to be adding. Kind of want to add resource gathering first. Sound effects are going to be big in keeping this going. Like, I want to be adding sounds as I'm going. Tree cutting. I'll put that as just a task. Add grass bros. Add walking mountain. We're going to call them mountain bros. Add base building. Maybe we do DS inventory first. But that also means that I have to work on DS inventory, which is kind of annoying. Should I just clone it into my project so then I can update from DS inventory? To keep repo up to date if it's in another repo. Trying to think of the best way to do this, but sounds are a problem for me too. How to get good ones. Yeah, it is tough. Hard to find a good sound bank. Yeah. Freesounds.org has some good stuff, but there's a lot of like meh stuff that you have to sift through. Should I fork this or should I just download it and then... I'm going to download it. Then I can go here. Go into my plugins. Okay, I've pulled it in. Now I have to look at my own README to see how I install this again. Oh. Sometimes download for free sound, but a lot of the free sounds aren't very sophisticated. I sometimes post-filter them or use EQ to try to increase the quality, more with less success. Yeah, it's tough. I've found some decent ones on there. For some basic stuff, it's not too bad. Okay, into the add-ons folder. Project settings, globals. Actually, I don't think I need to do that. I think I just need to go project settings, plugins, enable. Then it did the auto load, so I can save, clear all that. Okay. Need to move that into there. that into there. Okay, now we need a scripts folder. Then we go here, we go blip. Save that. Instantiate the item detect. Player. Item detect. Nice. Box shape. Nice. Okay, we have our item detect here. Okay. Inventory node. Why is this not working? Why is this being like this? Why? Hey, Elemental. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? All finished up with the stream. I am currently trying to install my own inventory system, and my own README apparently is not correct. So inventory node is a direct child. Why does it not allow me? I will finish the game tomorrow. Nice. Bro, why? Okay. Maybe we need to reload the project. There we go. Okay, we did need to reload it. Okay, we now have the inventory. Yeah, it does bug. It do be bugging. Should be a direct child. Yep, perfect. Set the item detect exported variable inventory to your node. Assign inventory. Okay. Perfect. Set your inventory size. We're going to do 24. Instantiate the inventory UI node. Okay, 24 might be too big. So we're going to go here and we're going to do I'm going to reload it and see if that updates. So I might need to... There we go. Okay, perfect. Add a new node 3D, call it drop location or something. Okay, I'll put it under the camera as well. In the inventory UI, set the drop location to be drop location. Perfect. Let's grab this drop location. Let's move it right there. Perfect. So that's where our items will drop. Oh, I just noticed. This already has a collision shape. Item detect. Nice. And it follows. All right, I didn't realize that I had already added one in the item detect. Okay. Add a custom icon in the 3D editor for the drop location. What do you mean? As in like a custom icon for right here? I should do some of those things. Make it a little better. This add-on is only partially done. The problem is I'm installing it, even though it's like it works right now, but not amazing. There's more work that needs to be done on it. And I don't know how to correctly update it when I update the main branch. Because I just dragged the inventory folder into here. And mainly it only matters for this inventory UI thing. Like I'm going to have to figure out how to edit this without it getting blown away. Kind of how lights have custom icon. Oh, inside the 3D viewport. Yeah, true. I should do stuff like that to clean it up a little, make it look nice. Okay. Few item seed nodes in your main tree. What was it again? Okay, and now we need to right click. Oh my goodness, I always do this. Left click. Middle. I should have it so it just automatically does this, but when you install this. Not that difficult, like one line of code, especially since you're making it as a plugin. Yeah, I want it to be like a full thing where people don't really have to edit it that much except for the UI, and it feels like a real plugin, not just a half-finished thing. So I should do that. I'll need to update the main branch. I'm pulling it currently from my GitHub here, DS inventory, and following my own instructions to install it. Middle click, toggle inventory. Whoops. Okay. Why did that snap me to that weird position? Oh, interesting. Need to make sure the mouse doesn't allow me to move around. But it seems to be working. With outlines, these these little gun things actually look okay. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's why, because my mouse thing, that's why it's snapping. But I can drop things, I can split stacks, I can join them, I can swap them. Okay, now we figure out why my I'll do if Toggle inventory. So we're doing our inputs down here. First, we need to make sure that's hidden, and then we do there we go. Nice. We have our inventory. It's actually pretty sick how fast this is, but forgot to ask, how was the mic since I changed some settings? Seemed fine. There were actually points where you went a little bit quiet. I think it was probably you were probably just a little bit further away or something. Like it seemed like it was a little more sensitive to distance, maybe. I couldn't tell exactly because I don't know if you were further away or not, but it seemed fine besides that. OBS removed all your settings when you updated it. Nice. Classic. Oh, I still need to implement where you can drop all of a stack right at once. Now, do my item scenes have quantities? They do not. Well, that is unfortunate. We're going to be... Oh, wait. We do. Okay. Int. We will set that to automatically be 1. Then in our pickup, dropped item dot quantity shoot, we might need to do drop item and then drop full stack. New Jank, what is up? So drop full stack will remove. Wait, let's comment that out. This is just if you're dropping one item. This is setting the quantity to be that quantity. Then on pickup item, slot quantity plus equals item dot quantity. Add to inventory. Oh, wait. If it is not full, we do slot quantity plus equals item dot quantity, but this is just item. Okay, then we go back to here. Quantity, because this is just the item. It's not the item seen. So we need to pass that quantity in there. Then we need to if they have the same name, then we just update that quantity by that amount. If for iron size, slot item equals null, then we add to inventory I and quantity. Then in add to inventory, need to add a quantity. Quantity. We'll see what breaks. This is remove from inventory, and then we already have decrease stack. Let's just see if this works. Oh, we need to, oh, this is broken. Oh, right here. Quantity. Oh, shoot. Check add to stack. Amount. Oh, we're already setting the quantity here, so I think we don't need that. Okay, let's see what else breaks. 0 and 0, perfect. 0, We've got 1. Nice. This is just great. Perfect. 0 and 0. Perfect. Okay. Nice. All right. Everything is breaking. So if the 2 item is null, then where is amount being set? Okay, so if it's like 2. Oh, I think the other thing. Yeah, these all have quantity of 0. So let's delete. Actually, let's because it might just work. It might just be because of that. There's 1. Nice. They default to 1. Nice. Now, when I'm dropping, I'm only dropping 1 at a time. So, I'm going to do... Hovering is true. On drop pressed, then we do this. We're going to do drop full stack instead, and let's see what happens. So if I pick up blip, 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 so I've got 4, and I drop, there's 1. I pick it up again, and there's 4. Nice. Okay, we've got it. We'll see other bugs appear, I'm sure. But now I can drop each one of these separately. And I can drop them all as 1. Now, obviously, with pistols, that doesn't really work that great because they shouldn't be stackable. Nice. Yeah. DJ Bob Gaiman, what's up? I'm also a Godot developer. Nice. What are you making, by the way? I'm making a mix of like 3 of my other projects together, but I just started it yesterday, so I'm just implementing my inventory system first, and I've now finished my inventory system for the most part, so I need to just bring it over into my... move the changes I made over into the Discord, but check if you can duplicate items somehow. I'm sure there's probably some of that. Oh, now we're above 5, which the stack size should be 5. Also, why? What changed? Oh, I think drop hovered item. Yeah, we need to do That's why it went over the quantity that you're supposed to have, because I was able to drop. So if I do that, it just drops 1 now. Okay, nice. Now if I drop this and I go like this, it's going over the stack size. Which means in my inventory, when we pick up an item, we need to double check. Is slot full? If slot dot quantity plus quantity, if we do something like this, greater than that's right. Now we need to fill up stacks and then add to a new stack. This is adding more and more stuff. It's greater than hydrating like crazy right now. Okay, if it's greater than the slot dot max dot item dot max stack size, dang it, now I'm building my inventory system when I'm trying to make a new game here. Let me think here. Whoops. Our new added amount equals slot dot item dot max stack size minus slot dot quantity, or I should just say space. Slot dot quantity plus equals space and then I can do pick up item and let's do var remaining equals quantity minus space remaining. So we can just pick up the item again and then maybe return update inventory UI, or actually, no, we just run this again. We just call back to here, but with the same item and the remaining as the quantity, and then we'll check through again. I think this makes sense. Loop through every slot, check if any of them have an item of that type and add till the max stack size, then go to the next slot, and just add to an empty slot. So that's kind of what happens. So we have, if the item is not null, so if there's something there and it matches our item, so if they have the same item name, then we check. As long as it's not full, then we check if we are trying to add too many to the slot size. If we're not, Basically, if it's not going to go over the max stack size, then we just add the quantity to that item. Otherwise, we look for space, fill in the remaining space, and then run this entire function again with the same item with the remainder. I think that logics. Okay, so I now have 5. So if I drop that and I pick it up again. Oh. That's kind of funny. Oh, because it's filling up that one first, and then it finds a new slot. So it like swaps where it fills up the one that already exists, and that, hey, that's good enough for me. Yep, that is good enough for me. My item has disappeared. Seems to work, yeah. Honestly, this is kind of nice. I'm fixing all the things that I was dreading having to work on, and it's actually not all that complicated. Okay. This is what we can do. We can go into here. Done. Try with more items now. I'm kind of in a place where, well, I can definitely add some more items and make sure that it's testable and stuff. I don't want to work too much on just the inventory system because that's kind of a separate project that I'm just adding to this. But I'm sure when we run into more. Okay, we've got 2. Oh, these items keep falling through the floor. But it is kind of nice because the way I've set this up, you add your item mesh and your item collider. And then it just kind of works. I think it just kind of works. Good enough for our purposes. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So now we can do things like work on cutting trees. That could be something. Which means I'm going to do a new node 3D just called items. This is where it becomes annoying, just like you were saying. And actually, I'm going to delete like most of these because I don't want the floor to just be littered. Yeah, I wish there was an easy collapse system because it's so annoying having so many of these things packed into one node and then you accidentally click on it and it expands the whole thing. Lunch, what's up? What in the midday shit is this? You are correct. It is strange. Yeah, it would be a nice addition to the engine. Is it actually coming to the engine? Like, is it something they're building already? Okay, what seems the most fun to work on first? Adding grass bros, adding mountain bros, adding base building. That's going to be a whole thing. So I'm not worrying about that quite yet. Hitboxes and hurtboxes we could definitely do. Create new script. Hitbox. Now this is where I go to, not my walking sim. We go to our old project and we pull from the one that, let's see here. We pull from the one that New Jank was so kind to teach us how to do. So we have Hurtbox here. Okay, we have Hitbox. Then we need to create a new one. Actually, let's put a folder here. Modules. Create a new script. Hurtbox. Then we need the hit info. And this is our data that passes around. Now we want to be able to hit like trees with this. If it's a plugin to try to have different names for objects because it might clash with other projects, defined objects. That is true. I wonder, I mean, I could throw everything together as like class name DS inventory because it's called DS inventory. So I could change that and have like my DS inventory UI, you know, that type of stuff. Probably a good idea. Okay. Now let's just pull these up. Okay. Let's go to 3D here. Let's go to our tree scenes, actually. Hurtbox. Wait, is the Hurtbox? If Hitbox.isActive. Okay. Tree D, yes. I'm trying to even remember. It's been so long since I've done this. This is your system, New Jank, that you taught me, and now it's been forever since I've used it. So, hitbox is what does the damage, right? That's on the sword. And then a hurt box is what gets hurt, right? So I think I want to have hurt box on this thing. This can go away. Hitbox hits, hurt box hurts. Perfect. Hit.emit, hit info. Now, does that mean that I need on this tree to have a listener for hit? I think so, right? Do new folder. Classes. Create new script. Tree. Or we'll do gatherable. Been a while since I've used this system. Yeah. Okay. Hit.emit. Okay. Hit.connect. Something like this. Oh, I need to have a reference to this, right? I think this works. I'll just add gatherable to this for now. Why isn't this showing as an area 3D? I don't know, but we're going to connect a hitbox now. I think we remove those, right? There we go. Okay, this is going to take a while because I'm still remembering how to do things. What was I just trying to do? Oh, this is the... Okay, we'll do 10. None. Let's see what breaks. Oh, I was going to do this. Okay, nothing happened. So what was it with my hit? Hitbox just has a source entity and then has some exported variables. Hurtbox does a lot of this stuff. So if it is active, is active equals true. Okay. Hit.emit hit info. We have to actually connect our hurt boxes. Okay. Okay. Hit info. So on hurtbox hit, hurtbox.hit connect, take damage. That's what we already had in there. On hurtbox hit. Where is this coming from? Hurtbox.hit.connect. Okay. Sick. Comment out that. We're going to comment out that. Okay, I don't want units to be there. But we do want teams. Maybe we do a base agent. Which is all units and gatherables. How do I do this? Oh, it's just that. Okay. What? Teams.gatherable. think base agent needs to be 3D. Whoops. Same with gatherable. Oh, I guess that is base agent. Okay. So, source entity has method can damage. So can damage needs to be in base agent. And I think that this on Hurtbox hit also needs to be in base agent. Although base agent might not be something that all base agents might not have Hurtboxes. Now, take damage. We can go to unit. Oh. We can just do this for now. Or we can just do this. And then print I've been hit. Okay, let's just see what happens, what breaks. Okay. Hit on base object type nil, okay. Oh, these don't have it. See what breaks. Okay. Player needs to be This is where OOP can be kind of annoying. Now we can do unit. Wait a second. Base agent is just a node 3D. But we need our characters and stuff to be character body 3D. Shoot. Do I do this instead as nodes that get added? Like little modules you add on, kind of like the hitbox. Because the problem is maybe I just need to have different classes, like rather than base agent, I just have gatherable. Which is static body 3D. Then I move base agent into that. I don't know what to do. Because if I've got static bodies and character bodies, unless this just becomes a... No, we still can't do this. Like, it has to extend all the way. Oh, man. Can't think straight. So I could do a node that sits on every other node called, or every that sits in the tree called gatherable instead of doing a class. And then a node that sits unit called unit. So like player would have a unit node attached to him that says you have all of these things. Or just base agent is just, we could just do base agent is This could be a node. I guess we could call it a node 3D. Could I do something like this? I don't know if I'll need this, but this could work where I just have a base agent there and then gatherable just extends static body 3D. Then unit extends character body 3D. What if we do, because right now health is on base agent. I don't know if this is a good way to do like health and max health here. I'm Casing. What's up? This is not C++. This is GD script. Much more manageable for me. Okay, let's add base agent to this as well. And to this. Gatherable will have a okay, base agent base agent okay, which means that everything will need. Oh, let's do a hurt box. Everything will need a base agent to handle their team and their health, I guess. Elemental says technically it is. I guess at the base level, right? I know I'm not doing this the correct way, the best way, but okay, let's see what breaks. On hurtbox hit, connected to that, or hurtbox.hit.connect. If the source entity has that, ooh. Okay, so hurtbox need to say, or source entity dot base agent. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, what broke? Base agent on base of type, character body 3D player. Oh, this needs to, I think, extend unit. Because unit has the base agent. Okay. Okay. Can damage in base. Oh, we just got to do this again. And we need to do that in unit as well. This is a little weird. I don't know if it's the best way, but... Oh, we have base agent there. That's because we need to do... Probably should do the is dead and die here. I've been hit. Boom. It's working. Blip. Blip. Dead. Blip. Blip. Dead. Although I think we can do the die here. And the reason that we want to do that is because we want different effects on the death. Now, base agent is kind of weird because it's no longer named correctly, really. It's just I don't know, handles teams and health. Don't really need this knockback stuff, weapon effect yet. Now we need to make this inactive. Until you click. Or we just put a weapon on this guy. Perfect. Now, we will eventually change this to like a current weapon. There we go. Okay, we now have this crazy good looking axe. Vanilla, what's up? Has been a while. How you doing? Good to see you again. There we go. Now we got an axe. Now, okay, so in the inventory UI, I want to make sure none of this is happening if it's not visible. Ah. Okay, everything still seems to work. Okay. Now we are going to do a little hack. What's the idea for this game? It's a little survival game. Chop down trees, build bases, walk around on these giant walking mountains. That type of thing. Doing all right? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. I should show you the project I've been working on recently that is now turning into this current project. I've tried so many times to get into making games, can't code for the life of me, but I do solid art sometimes. Hey, I mean, to be fair, that's exactly what I went through as well. Until one, like last year, about a year and a half ago, suddenly I just could learn finally. So, don't give up, because sometimes your brain just breaks and then suddenly you can do things. You get just the right amount of insanity in there and you can overcome your ADHD or whatever you got, which is that's what I got. And then you become just insane enough to actually push through, Okay. Let's close all. Let's go to our player script. Okay. Now, I don't want it to actually be swing axe, but use tool. And actually, let's do this. Current tool. We could do an add export. Let's just do this for now. How would we want to actually do this? Just have an animation? I think we actually do just want that. Let's do that. Let's go into Blender. Let's do a new one. Been practicing Gaia. Is that how it said? Maybe I could make a terrain. Hey, that's actually pretty fun to do, though. Like, just the artwork side of things. Although for this project, I'm doing I'm doing a very what do you call it? I'm doing like, eventually I'm going to do procedural for it. Okay, so our player is 2 high, which means this should be... Although right now my my procedure or my terrain is just through a plugin. Okay, we got ourselves an axe here. Where's my loop tools? Is this like a new version of Blender or something? Oh, we have an ad starting, just a heads up. Okay. Actually, wait. This is still way too tall. That's probably good. Okay, nice little axe. Perfect. Guy is pronouncing it like that. Okay, yeah. Houdini side effects is great for procedural stuff and very customizable. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be doing very kind of low poly stuff. And of course, I'm still not actually sure. Let's see, 3D assets. Okay. Well, let's go up one. Do new folder, weapons and tools. Now, for my items, yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm even going to go that route until I am like 100% on it, or that I'm going to be building this project. Right now, I'm doing hand-built terrain just for the demo, basically. Okay, OBJ is what we want. Okay, we now have an axe. Now we have this items folder, but that's for the DS inventory. We don't want that necessarily. Okay, we go to Chat GPT. Say generate an image of an axe with a slightly blue-green metal blade longer on the bottom part of the blade. Image icon for video game inventory and a brown handle. I'm gonna head out, have a wonderful stream. All right, take it easy, Vanilla. Good to see you again, as always. I'm not trying to make you use it. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I am just getting started, so we'll see what I end up doing if I do build the full thing. Ooh, this is kind of a nice little image. Do I do the more pixelated or the less pixelated? I mean, this is just placeholder. I would eventually, of course, make my own. Ah, yes. The double-hafted axe. Everyone wants one of these. New creature, walking axe. Axe with legs. Pretty nice. Lunch, this is the future of all logging industry right here. Yeah, axe with a vertical grip. This is a tactical axe right here. Some people like the ergonomics of the wavy grip, but sometimes you just need the straight grip. Okay. How do the other assets or icons do it? Items? It's an array mesh. I think I can just drag it in though. Hey, look at that. The collider is way too big. It's so hard to see the collision shape. Is it even showing up? There we go. I need to grab this whole thing. Save it and then re-export it. Look at that. Blink. Okay, now we need to be able to pick it up. We're going to delete these. Let me think about this. Do I just attach a scene that then has the item mesh attached to it? And have a different scene, or can I reuse the item scene here? I think I just have to do an animation here. Now I got to think about how to do this. Why does it not have any textures? I just realized that. Oh, it does. It's just very dark. You can barely see any of the texturing, even in broad daylight. Also, it is kind of tiny. We'll bring it back up to like that size. Why is it so dark? Collision shape is all off. Still all weird. Okay, I do not understand these. Oh, is it just because this is overriding it and I need to drag this in? Nope, it's just being weird. Might be one of those Blender export things. Why does it reset it every time? Item.collision shape. Which is that? Why can't I change this? There we go. Nice. Okay, now on the player. We got to come up with a way to do this. So we have the mesh instance. Or do we just do a scene? Just a scene that has a mesh and a hitbox. Do I then have to do a bunch of different scenes for every weapon and tool? I think so. Can I just do an animatable body and then do an animation on it? Anonymo Productions, what's up? How are you? Let's put the mesh instance like right there. Maybe we even angle it like this, where it's like already pre-angled, ready to go. Just ended some game dev streaming about an hour ago. Nice. How are you? I'm doing good. What's the new project? So we're working on little survival game. I've never done this where you have first-person weapons that you like animate. Because basically I want it so you can, you know, chop down trees. Also, I'm really annoyed by this axe materials being basically just gray. Like, I don't think the color's coming through at all. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, but thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. But basically, we need to get it to where I can... I've got, like, a little bit of an inventory, but I need to now figure out how to make these swings happen. Hitbox collision shape. And actually, we should move that there, move our hitbox. Whoops. Collision shape, we can reset that and just bring our hitbox up. Forward a little bit. Let's try idle. Just, I guess let's see what this is. Looping. Okay, how am I doing this? Let's delete these. Okay. We'll see. We might end up having to do like a node that holds it all. Maybe we should just do that. Let's do a new one. So let's do our idle again. Add a track, 3D position. We're going to do it on that. Okay. Starts there. It's going to be 2 seconds long. It's going to be looping. We're going to go insert key. Then we go to 1. Drag down slightly. Insert key. Then we go to cubic. And we play. Perfect. New animation, swing. We are going to have to do some weirdness with the hitbox. Insert key. Why does that override that one? Oh my goodness, I'm on the node. Wait, yeah, I was moving the mesh, wasn't I? There we go. Hey, the necrotic chicken. What is up? Godot. Following just because of the Godot. Good. Thank you. Godot is amazing. Okay, now we can add a track. 3D rotation track on the Node 3D. Okay. Make sure we have the Node 3D selected. And back over here, we do a insert key. Then on point 3, okay, interesting. Looks like we need to start all over again. I don't understand how to animate in Godot. I've only done it in Blender before. Swinging animation, yeah. Fade in animation. I was doing, so I have an idle one that's just this. And that's when it's in your hand. I'm not making any hands or anything. It's just going to be floating there. And then I just need a swing. I'll show you what I'm making. The axe in hand right now is not the real one. It's just a mesh I attached, but I'm building a better system for it. These items, these rifles, are just items from the plugin I made, the inventory plugin. So the rifles aren't going to be in the game, but they were just there as I was setting up the inventory system. Got the axe. Now we need to figure out how to make it so I can chop down trees. Currently, I can run into trees and they just disappear. Because I was setting up hitboxes, but I'm going to make it so then you actually have to swing and hit. FPS weapon, yeah. We'll see how far I get. Okay, so this needs to rotate to there. Come out a little. Go forward a little. Rotate a little. Okay, obviously this is terrible. But it's something. Should be a section under the timeline that lets you call a function. If the function is called plus the hitbox is hit, then you give damage. Yeah, that's what I'll end up doing, is just call a function to activate the hitbox when you start the swing, and then disable it the moment the animation hits, basically. This is honestly good enough for right now. That is exactly what I want. I want a full spin around every single time. There we go. Yeah, I'll basically, because I have a enabled/disable option on the hitbox. And so if it's not enabled, then it, even if it's monitoring, it won't do damage or anything. I just had 2 keyframes on top of each other, it looks like. Okay, so this looks fine. So now if I add Hey, Solomon Gumball is writing with a party of 22. How are you doing? How was your stream? Good to see you. Is this the Axeman game where you go around chopping wood? Basically, it'll start that way. But how's it going? Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. If I do editable children, then I should be able to say this hitbox is the player. Okay. Source entity. And then, so let me just walk around first. Where did you go? Axe, where are you? It is floating above me somewhere. Axe, where are you? It seems like you're right above my head. But when I look up, you are not there. You are nowhere. So what's going on here? Okay, let's go ahead and let's move our current tool this way. Rotate our current tool. There we go. Now we got him. He's there. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I don't know how to say that. Micre. Micre. Bombatina. How's it going? Plushy lover. Stream went pretty well, just working on weird Twitch integration in Godot. Okay, yeah. Never seen this class animatable body. So, I've used them before. I don't even think I need it here. But basically, it's a way that you can use physics with an animation. And I was thinking, maybe I need that, but I don't know if I actually do. I could just do... I'm pretty sure I could just do a Node 3D. In fact, if I just change this to a Node 3D, does it still just work? Okay. The only thing that I was thinking is if I do my swing, I want my axe to like knock over things. I don't even know if I need that. I could just attach a static body to it. But I've used it for like moving platforms and stuff. And it's kind of nice for that if you're a character body on top of it. But yeah. Gotta go, it's late, but this looks amazing. Yeah, this is basically pulling together some other projects that I've worked on. I'll actually show you some of this for anyone who's new to the stream, hasn't seen what I've been working on. I have a couple games that I started these demos, started building out, and then I realized that I kind of actually want to make a whole new project, which is what happens every 3 months, you know. I get far into a project, and then I'm like, I should start an entirely new one. But this is one of the games that I'm kind of pulling from most directly. But I started a whole new project because this one wasn't really meant for it. This is where I'm using an animatable body right here on this, because it then you don't slide off of it when you're on it. I had to disable jumping though, because if you jump, then you would just fly off. But basically, I'm going to be building this world again, kind of. But then also just mixing in elements from another game that I can show you real quick once I've showed you what this game's all about. So this one was going to be a puzzle game, but then I made these walking mountain guys, and I was like, this suits a survival game a lot more, because I want to be able to build a base on top of one of these guys and walk around. And yeah. Maybe it solves some issues with moving platforms that you couldn't do with animated static bodies. I think that's exactly it. But they're still a little weird to work with. I don't really understand them myself that well. But I'm going to be doing a lot more work with them, because I'm going to try to set up these mountain guys again. And the way that I set them up before is that you basically have a separate character controller that takes over the moment you get on top of these. And that character controller is parented to it. So when he moves and sways, I move along with it. And including jumping. So if I jump, I don't fly off. But I want to be able to use an animatable body if possible. But we'll see. But yeah, the gist of the survival game is going to be very similar to this, where you got like these walking mountain dudes. But then you know, burrow down when you need. Jump off and start collecting wood. These are all multi-mesh instances, so I can't collect anything or do anything with them. But yeah, that's going to be the general idea. Is you would build like a base on top of one of these guys. You'd have a base down on the ground as well, something like that. What if you had to care for the giant? I think that's a great idea. You got to take care of these guys, you know. They are very, you know, peace-loving creatures. So if you maybe defended one, then that's how you get to ride them. He's not just a boulder. Yeah. He's a rock. But yeah. Have to feed the giants grass bro. Yeah. That's the thing is, I mean, in the end, this is basically just a grass bro, right? So... it says we have an ad starting. I'm going to snooze that real quick because I want to show you the other game that I'm working on for anyone who's new here once again. First, let's watch the sunset. Time is a flat circle. Yes. True detective. Or Nietzsche, I guess. Oh. He thought he was going to get up, and then he realized it was nighttime, so he decided, you know what? Better off asleep. I love these guys so much. Okay, a little short nap. Time to move on with his day. Just like that, he's gone. Okay, and then I can show off the other one. Just realized how thick they are. Yeah, they're some thick boys. But I'm going to grab some creatures from this other project as well. Yeah, they definitely squat. They get up fast. I mean, they can burrow down quickly, but they get out too. But I'm going to pull some inspiration from this other project I have that has... I should actually see how I'm doing the weapons on this one. Because these creatures, I kind of want to pull over. They're all pissed off at me now. Anyway, those guys. And then, of course, the Grass Bros. We'll bring them over as well. Love these guys. I also like hacking them so then they burrow down. Anyway, these guys, I'm also going to pull over some creatures potentially, or I'll just make new ones, but like these guys over here. I like these guys. So we can do something with them. Want to have a bunch of weird alien type creatures. They just disappear when you hit them, but anyway, that's going to be the general idea in this next project. Group guys, that sounds good to me. We're going to have a lot of creatures. Oh, dude, I should have a creature codex. You know, you open up a book. Okay, let's just try this. This is not going to be modular at all, but that way I can make a stupid joke about being a groob guy versus a grass bro. Raises eyebrows violently. I'm going to... This is the problem with this project, is I said I was going to make it correctly from the start, and I'm already not doing that. Well, I'm sort of doing that. I want to do where you switch out your current tool. So I think this animation can't be called swing. It needs to be called, like... Edit. This needs to be called primary. Or we're going to call it left click. Because we need all of the items, all of your tools to do the same thing. Uh-oh, what's going on? Okay, that's good. Okay, I think we're good. Why? Why is this getting transformed? And why is it keyframed? Is it keyframed? Shouldn't be keyframed, right? Anyway. On the player. Oh, we got an ad coming in here. Starting in 1 minute. So I'm going to do some boring coding stuff. And then you guys can all check in a sec. Actually, we don't need this here. What we need is... what did I call that? I'm gonna have it like this: hitbox dot source entity need to add a script called global. Player in the ready. Oh, I need to add it. Goodness sakes. Okay, and right now in our class name tool, we can just set that there. Animation player. We're going to call this just mesh, and then hitbox. think it was left click. Yes. Nice. We got it. Okay, now that hitbox, will it work when we hit a tree with it? Broke. Base agent on top. Type object of type nil. Source entity has been set. Why is that breaking? Maybe I need to go into current play or current tool. Nice. Okay, so it is hitting. Now we need to go to our axe. Let's do a 2 for the damage. It's hitting it twice. Maybe if I step further back. There we go. Now it's once. Okay. We can now destroy trees. Of course, we need to make sure that you actually have an axe equipped before you can use it. Actually, you know what we can do? Then on the gatherable. Well, I don't want to do this quite yet. Let me look at my task list again. Hitboxes and hurtboxes are done. Tree cutting is halfway there. Oh, I should probably do put these in here, and then here I can do a switch out weapons. And then also active or like hotbar sort of thing. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I do have to bounce because I am hungry. Peace out, dude. Hey, peace out, Hello Lunch. Good to see you again, brother. And you, New Jank, and all the raiders from Solomon's stream. Thank you once again, Solomon, for the raid. I appreciate it, man. And for all the follows, Plushy Lover, Mercray, don't know how to say that, but Anonymo, and all the others. Bombatina, thank you for being here as well. I'm going to look for someone to raid here. This was a good, productive stream, though, and we will be back at it again probably later today, to be honest. Maybe. Well, no promises. But soon enough. Well, Jitspo is live again. Could do him again. Yeah, might as well. Let's raid Jitspo. Pull up his stream real quick. But yeah, I'll set up the raid here. Once again, thank you for being here, everyone. Necrotic, Anonymo, I'm Casing, Elemental, Lunch, New Jank. All of y'all, there's actually been a ton in here. Shaylay, Thoughty, appreciate you all for being here. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's been fun. And I will be back, like I said, either later today or tomorrow. So, but this was a nice longer stream. What was it? Yeah, we almost hit like 3.5 hours. That's not too bad. Normally I can only ever do like 2. So, but anyway, hope y'all have a good one. I will see you all later. And yeah, peace. I'll send you over now. Bye-bye. And for those of you in the YouTube chat, have a great one as well. Vanilla and DJ Bob, appreciate you being here. I'll see y'all later.